Hi, konbanwa, konnichiwa, arigatou gozaimasu, Hi everyone, how's it going? How's everyone doing today? Welcome to December. Did you know there's only just over 3 weeks left before the end of 2020? Unfortunately, travel's still not an option for most of us, myself included, so I'll be working as usual for the next 5 weeks because I don't have enough annual leave anyway. Not only that, I'm actually on call right now. So this here is my work phone. You can't see it, but if this rings anytime in like the next 60 minutes, I have to pick it up, so my apologies in advance. How's the volume, everyone? J fan art on the walls, that's right. Anything I get, I'm gonna frame it and I'm gonna put it on the wall. Until the wall is completely filled with fan art. Not that that's not gonna happen anyway, but chat feels a bit laggy today, so I'm gonna wait for chat to catch up for a bit. How's the weather on that side of the planet? Today is blisteringly hot over here, and the forecast says it's gonna be 37 degrees today and tomorrow. So I have absolutely zero plans of leaving my air-conditioned room while the sun's still out. I made the chat look a bit better today, so should be a lot nicer than last time. Anyway, let's start on the menu items. I see some of you have already mentioned it in chat, since it's kinda being talk of the town for the past week or so. But obviously EN auditions have opened. They started accepting applications at least. From I guess from now until the 15th. And a lot of people have asked whether or not I'm auditioning, and to be honest, I've given it a bit of thought, right? But I'm still not 100%, to be honest. There's a couple of reasons for that. One being, I kind of enjoy being like this not actually VTuber existence. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, right now I'm not really a VTuber or anything, but I have this like shoddy live 1.5D avatar that's kind of puts me like not really VTuber, but I'm kind of halfway there, and I think it's kind of interesting. So we'll know if Jason disappears for good. PNG tuber. So it's kind of interesting doing this because I don't have to label myself as a VTuber, because right now I just stream once every now and then. So, but also disclaimer, really important disclaimer is I'm not involved in this recruitment process or this project at all. So don't take anything I say as like fact or anything like that. I'm just opinions. But yeah. But it would be really good to see people apply and things like that, because obviously the more talent out there, the better. Sounds like something a recruiter would say. No, I'm not involved in a recruitment process at all. So I'm not even involved in like NIJISANJI, like EN, or even NIJISANJI at all, apart from just providing NIJISANJI translations. But yeah, and that's speaking of the auditions, right? And obviously there's been a couple of you that have asked or if insisted that I apply for EN. Like, I don't feel like I have the right personality to debut as Gen 1, because I guess I have really high expectations of not only Gen 1s but of like VTubers as a whole, if that makes sense. And I don't think I can live up to my own expectations. So wait, this image is covering up chat. Let me move it around. Wow. There we go. That's better. But yeah. So there's a right way to be Gen 1? Not. I don't know, that's the thing. So my idea, well not my idea, but like, I guess my expectations of Gen 1 is that they need to kind of stand out. Especially now that the EN market is being tapped. So it wasn't like before where there was like not really any expectations for what a corporate EN tuber should be. Because now there's obviously quite a bit of competition there. So but you need to collab with Xian for me. No, do that yourself. So yeah, I don't know yet, to be honest. I don't think I will. And because I guess it's responsibility too, and right now I kind of have to be careful of like how I allocate my time, or how I, not so much time, but responsibility. Because obviously you need to kind of dedicate yourself to achieving success, I guess. But yeah. I am looking forward to it though, and seeing what kind of talent turns up in Gen 1. Oh, EN. I think it's pretty exciting, to be honest. So yeah, that's... What does everyone else think? Oh, like, what are you looking forward to? I don't even know how many people they're planning on taking, to be honest. Kuzuhaba Bridge. I would really love to hear or like see a VTuber with like a super British accent. That would be amazing. Hello everyone, new to the stream. Hi, welcome. But yeah, Gen 1 of everything sounds kind of exciting and fun, to be honest. And I think there's not really an expectation, but there's, the bar has been raised pretty high, I would say, for kind of the recent debuts and stuff like that. Like, for example, I didn't watch them, to be perfectly honest, but I heard the Holo ID debuts over the past couple of days have been pretty good, and like they're all trilingual and stuff like that, which is pretty insane. So I'm sure there's a ton of talent out there at the moment. Scottish VTuber. Hello, didn't realize you started doing live streams. Yeah, I'm trying to do this once every month, maybe. I don't want to do this too often, especially if I'm not really putting out any other kind of content. So, because people are gonna be like, why are you streaming when you're not even making subs? Which I agree with completely. So yeah, I saw that application form, to be honest, and it was like number 1 and number 2 for your 5-minute video, and number 1 was like you have to do a self-introduction, and number 2 you have to stream in character. So that's a bit vague, because you're like, is the self-introduction of my character or of myself as an applicant? I don't think it matters too much, to be honest, because it's, in my opinion, you should be able to tell within that 5 minutes whether or not someone's up to it, no matter what they pick. Like, if you introduce yourself as an applicant or introduce yourself as a character, it's more about how you present yourself kind of on camera, on stream. So instead of what you actually say, that's kind of the feeling that I got. So I think the bar will hopefully be pretty high, depending on what kind of talents, or I guess the quality of talents that apply. I'm trilingual and live in Japan, so I thought I would have an edge, but then I remembered I had no talent. And I think that's part of it as well, because there's a lot of hype around like trilinguals and bilinguals and stuff like that, but just because you're bilingual or trilingual, it gives you, it's like a nice feature, but it's not the product. If that kind of makes sense. It's a nice to have. Yeah, the biggest thing is you have to be interesting. And I like how they said it needs to be 5 minutes. Because I do believe that in 5 minutes, you should be able to tell whether or not someone's kind of up to standard or not. Because that's the thing, if you're streaming on YouTube and things like that, if you can't retain attention for 5 minutes, that's it. You know? So it's probably a pretty smart move that they said your video is 5 minutes total. I keep forgetting to change faces. There we go. Did something just disappear? Oh yeah, my juice disappeared. I haven't set this up correctly. My disappearing juice. Oh, let's make it go away. Ta-da. But yeah. So I heard someone applied with like a 7 or like I just saw this on Twitter or Discord, I don't remember where, but someone mentioned that someone had applied with like a 7-hour gameplay video for what was meant to be 5 minutes. I was like, bro, that's not it. So yeah. Also, I kind of fixed my audio levels this time, so you shouldn't be able to hear like me tapping on the desk and stuff like that, or playing with my straw. This time, hopefully. Yeah, and people are tweeting about how they're applying on social media and stuff like that. Which is why, like, another reason why I'm probably not going to apply is because I've kind of tweeted so much about it. Like, I didn't tweet saying I would apply, but because of, I guess, the attention around, you know, my followers and stuff like that, saying, hey, you need to apply and stuff like that. Which is great for me, because, like, I really appreciate that everyone thinks that I have what it takes to become, you know, Gen 1 and stuff like that, but I don't see myself being successful, I think, because as far as stream content goes and stuff like that, I don't really do like very VTuber-y stuff. For example, like I don't really play games, and I can't really see myself doing kind of like your standard VTuber routine, you know, like your what do they play nowadays? Among Us, you know, King Cover, Plasmophobia, like the VTuber bingo essentially. So, because this is pretty much all I do, or all I can see myself doing is streaming chat, talk and stuff like that. Which is, I think it's fine, because there are a lot of, I guess, VTubers that are successful doing just this. But I think it's not really enough for Gen 1. I think Gen 1 really needs to make an impact. So, imagine, and this obviously isn't the first overseas branch for NIJISANJI as well, and I don't think they can afford to make another IN where like you have 1 out of 3 talents that really pops. I think that would be quite devastating for EN, in my opinion, of course. I'm gonna scroll up on chat. Oh yeah, what's happening to the current NIJI EN? They're getting renamed to IND? Yeah, so they've went from NIJISANJI IN to EN, and now back to IN, to obviously make space for actual EN, I guess. But the desk tapping and straw filling is nice. I don't know about that. Jay going indie and starting his own company. Indie, I guess. I'm already kind of indie. Starting my own company, probably not. Jason for Gen 2 sounds hype though. We'll see. Hopefully they get a Gen 2. Jason with his late night Satsudansu. You know what I really like? I like Akira Rei does like a daily or almost daily asakatsu kind of stream where like at 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the morning, you kind of like, I don't know, how do you explain it? It's pretty much like you wake up, you get ready to go to work, and you listen into it, and then you leave. Like you leave the house and say, you know, itakimasu and stuff like that. It's just a really nice vibe because like you wake up, you have something to look forward to, and you just listen in, and then you leave and you go to work, and that's it. Isn't that nice? If I could do something like that, that'd be awesome. But I don't know if I can stream every single day. No Stance says, you have group stream presence and voice, but I can understand not wanting to do like big group streams. I actually think it'd be really fun to do stuff on stream with you know, lots of people and stuff like that. And I think that's the main draw for me of joining, if I were to join, that is, something like NIJISANJI and stuff like that, is that it kind of forces you to interact with others and stuff like that. It gives you a lot of chance to collab and stuff. And I think, in my opinion, people shine the brightest when they interact with others. So doing stuff on your own, it's a lot harder to shine doing that, in my opinion, unless you have like really outstanding talent with games or like singing and stuff like that. Jason Chow says, can we get a tech tuber library? This is actually kind of interesting because a friend of mine, he asked me if I wanted to build a PC for him, obviously with his money and stuff like that, because one of my hobbies is PC building. So I said okay, and I was like, okay, so what's your budget? And he said, I'm aiming for about $2,000, maybe a bit more. And I was like, okay, sure. So I gave him 3 options. I was like, here's one option, it's $2,000 on the dot, like you don't spend a single cent over $2,000. And I guess the goal was like I don't know how many people are into PC like that here, but it was gonna be like a 5600X with a 3070, which is pretty standard nowadays, right? So I was like, okay, here, this is one option, it's $2,000 to get you what you want. Here's a slightly nicer option, it's a bit more at like 2,400, but you get all of these cool features, like you get RGB, you get something that's a bit nicer. And then he was like, okay, let's go with that. And I was like, great, that's a lot nicer, but check out this one. And I showed him like a YouTube video and stuff like that, and he was like, of like a similar spec but a lot nicer build. And he was like, I was like, look, if you want to build something like this, you can, but it's gonna cost you a lot more money. And he's like, tell me how much. And I was like, okay, let's say 3.3. And he was like, oh, let's do it. So I just made this guy spend like 1.3 thousand more than he was originally planning on doing it. So if you want someone to help you spend money, come to me. I'm good at spending money. Sorry, I just completely forgot to read chat while I was saying that. I'm gonna scroll up a bit. So yeah. What about car guy VTuber? That's hard because obviously a lot of things to do with cars, like you want to be able to show it, and it's kind of hard to show things virtual if you have to be just virtual and 2D and stuff like that. Waiting on your king cover? I'm not doing a king cover. Lightfellow says, NIJISANJI doesn't take care of them as much as they should though. The PR for IN was super poor even when they switched to EN. You're right. Can't really say much to that, because I think you are 100% correct. Morning radio, that's a good way to put it. I would love to do something like that, but I think people will get sick of me pretty quickly. Eater says, oops, I'm late. Oh, hi Jay. Hi Jay. There's NIJISANJI English auditions? Yes, there are, and you should apply. Ta-da-da. So. I heard this is how car enthusiasts end up buying really expensive cars. Yeah. I think it's enthusiasts for like technology and cars where you have like a really slippery slope where you buy you want to buy something, and then the next step up is only a little bit more and a little bit more, and like you just keep going up and up and up, and by the time you know it, you spend kind of double of what you were originally planning on spending. The important thing to remember is that even if you get into Nijisanji En, you might still need a job. Yeah, definitely. I think it would take quite a lot of success to kind of quit your day job just to be a VTuber. Because like any income you get obviously needs to go multiple ways. Like it needs to go to YouTube, and it needs to go to your agency. And by the time you get it, you probably only get like 30-40% of what was actually sent to you. So. Oh, are you auditioning for EN VTuber? I'm thinking about it, but probably not. But you guys totally should. Vian says, wouldn't it be funny if someone applied just for Wells and then got accepted? That's the thing. I think it's... I don't know what they're planning for like EN, first gen and stuff like that, but I think there's a lot of talent out there who are kind of hidden gems. Like they don't go into it thinking that they'll get accepted, but they are just that talented that they can't be ignored, if that makes sense. Like I'm sure a lot of Nijisanji libraries and stuff like that got accepted into the main branch of Nijisanji, like they probably never had streaming experience before, but because of their personalities and how they stood out in the application process, they got accepted and are now quite successful. So yeah, like Rikichi applied for Niji last minute and passed, stuff like that. I think that's a big part of the appeal of Nijisanji, is that you don't know what you're getting. Whereas with, let's say with Hololive, for example, like, you know, there's the whole idol idea, like everyone needs to be able to sing, everyone needs to kind of be entertaining, play a character and stuff like that. But with Nijisanji, it's a lot more varied. Like you get like, you know, Tsukunomitos and stuff like that, where it's a really mixed bag of you have no idea what you're gonna see. And to me, that's pretty exciting, but I don't know if how well that's gonna work out for kind of Gen 1. Now, if EN became established and like there was a big following already for like Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, then I think it can probably play a bit more risky and start picking up like talents that might pop, you know, or I think they've gotten to the stage where they can pick talents that are not going to, I guess, explode in popularity straight away, because they don't really need to anymore, if that makes sense. But not for EN, obviously, because EN still needs to start. And I think that's why it's important for whoever they pick for first gen of EN to be really kind of standout personalities or talents. Kaname says, by the end of the stream, Jay will convince me to apply for Niji En. Just do it. I'm not gonna do it, so you should do it. Do it in my stead. And yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I guess the first round of applications is a 5-minute video. It shouldn't take you very long to do. So if anyone's thinking about doing it, just do it. It's probably gonna take you like an hour or 2 hours to record it and think about what you want to do in it, but I would say it's pretty worth it, because imagine if, you know, you actually got in and stuff like that. And there are people who got into Nijisanji, like main branch, from just recording their application on their iPhones and stuff like that. Yeah, you can record your video in a public washroom. Yeah, exactly. What happens if you apply as a joke and get accepted? Then congratulations, you are now NIJISANJI. So yeah. And yeah, Hololive, I saw that Hololive was recruiting for a V singer as well, which is kind of interesting. I think there's a lot of talent out there for singers in particular. Oh yeah, I have a menu. Next item on the menu. Inoitoko's first solo live next Saturday, I think? It's that next weekend. So if you haven't bought tickets yet, tickets are already on sale and you can watch it live on Nikoniko Doga. So overseas credit cards do work. Most of the time. It didn't work for me for a while, but eventually it did. So I think it's like 6,500 yen for live tickets. So it's not too bad at all, considering what you're gonna see. There's gonna be a lot of guests, including obviously Tanbaka, plus I mean the standout guest from me is Suisei, like Oshimachi Suisei. So I think it's gonna be an amazing live and everyone should watch. The most difficult part for most people is probably going to be navigating the Nico video site and actually getting the points to buy the ticket. But it's not that difficult, so you should be fine. Yeah. My card eventually... Actually, I didn't even end up using my card. I used someone else's card, and that worked. So I still need to see whether or not my card's going to work. But I bought kind of everything during that period anyway, so I shouldn't need to spend more anytime soon with my own card. Is this the first time someone other than Kaide was solo live? Is it? PayPal is accepted, so I just use that on Nico. Here's the thing. To buy net tickets, right, you need to use points. And to buy points, you can't use PayPal. This is what I found out when I tried to buy tickets for the CrossFit Live event. Because my credit card would work, so I was like, that's fine, I'll use PayPal. I couldn't. It's not an option. So, however, you can subscribe to channels. Like, you can subscribe to, like, it's essentially channel membership. But you can use PayPal for that. And you can also get, like, Nico Video Premium for that. You can't buy points with PayPal, so who knows? But yeah, that site has some quirks, to say the least. CrossFit Live event was really good. I was just really sad that I couldn't watch it live. Like, I was so sad, I just left the house. I was just like, fuck this, I'm out. And I came back and I watched the archive and that was fine. So, but I was like devastated. Because they do like the first half an hour or so live and for free, and then after that you need to use a ticket to get it. But I was like, okay, that's fine. Like, I'll get to the half an hour mark, I'll buy the ticket and I'll keep watching. I got to the half an hour mark. I couldn't buy the ticket. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So, and I was like, bye. And I left. But I got to watch it in the end, so it was all fine. Holy crap, we've already been on stream for half an hour? I feel like I've been speaking for like 10 minutes. Anyway, streaming's fun. But I've been thinking about content for my channel. And now that it's been about a month, 4 weeks in my new job, and I'm kind of settled in, I still do have quite a bit of time. So I'm thinking of making videos again. But I don't really know what to sub, to be honest. So obviously there's CrossFit stuff to sub, but if you're talking about like strictly CrossFit content, there's actually not a lot, and I don't think there's enough to kind of go around for a lot of different subbers. So since there's someone like there's a couple of people who are subbing CrossFit stuff regularly-ish now, then there's not really any point for me to do it. So because there's no point like doubling up on work, which is fine. It just means I need to think about what else I want to sub. And like Sambaka stuff, there's not really a lot of it recently, probably because they're rehearsing and because they live kind of separate from each other. So we don't see Sambaka very often. Save yourself, stop subbing. Nico Nico is kind of annoying to use overseas, yeah it is. But so is a lot of kind of Japanese sites, to be honest. Because they're just not geared for an overseas audience. Like E+, and trying to get tickets. The auditions have made me so anxious. I haven't felt this nervous since I applied to art college. Wow, really? Do your best. I'm sure if you do your best, then you might at least pass the initial... There's like 3 rounds of interviews, which is quite thorough, I think. I'm really curious like how many applicants they're actually gonna get. And also pretty curious how long it's gonna take before like accepting the applicant and debut, because obviously they need to create the model and character design and stuff like that, and then prepare for debut and marketing and whatnot. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's not until like February or March next year that we see this wave debut. It might be quicker, but who knows. Yeah, Chaz is gonna have to watch a lot of vids. So... they defeat you, Drake. Thanks for the stream, Jay. It was nice hearing your voice again. Thanks for coming. But yeah. I am thinking of subbing maybe smaller channels, but it takes quite a bit of thought into, well, for me at least, to pick someone to sub, because I don't want to be a channel that does like clips of everyone. I kind of want to pick someone and maybe stick with it, which means I have to kind of, I would probably start, if they were someone who literally has like never gotten clips before, then I would want to start from the intro and then slowly build from that, kind of like what I did for Sambaka at the very start. But we'll see. Sub Xian. And I think, in general, well, I guess this is just me making excuses for not wanting to learn how to use like After Effects and stuff like that, but short clips are really good, but you need to make them exciting to watch. And if you watch my subs, then you know that I don't really do a lot of editing. It's mostly just kind of dialogue and subtitles, really. So that's why I make pretty long videos, because if I make short videos, they're not really that exciting to watch. And long videos are good for people who actually really want to get a lot of content out of it. So the downside is they take forever to make. After Effects isn't too bad once you get past the learning curve. Well, that's the same for everything, right? And I guess, what kind of content do you guys want to see? It's probably worth me asking since I'm already here on stream. And yeah, subscription and stuff. I forget which channel is doing all the editing. Buck says, I'm late. Hi, welcome. Thanks for the fan art. I put it on the wall. Do you like it? Oh yeah. Speaking of on the wall, I was thinking, right? How do I put this? So I got this shelf, right? And I was thinking, if people give me stuff, not actually physically give me stuff, but like it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't even need to be fan art or stuff like that. But like, you could present me like a virtual gift. I don't know, with like a PNG of like a plush or something, and I can put it on my stream, like on the desk, or like on the shelf. And I actually got a shelf, but it looks kind of stupid because I have nowhere to put it. So I was trying to like think about how I could display stuff on my stream, but this is probably not a great way to do it. Cause so, but yeah, I was thinking if people get me, well, not get me, but like if you make something, or like you find something that I could put on stream, then I'll find somewhere to put it. Like I might just put it on the desk, put it on the table, and then I'll slowly fill up my stream with stuff from the audience. It'd be pretty cool. Where can I put this? There's nowhere I can put this. Yeah, so that's kind of like one idea I had, but we'll just make it go away for now. Time to find a new cafe. Why not just leave it on the table? I could. It's a nice shelf, right? Yeah, so I tried really hard to find a place to put it, but like that's the only place it fits. Should probably also put it behind the chat. Maybe like here or something like that. So, but yeah, if you guys think about what I could put in that shelf and send it to me, or like tweet it with the hashtag, I'll totally put it in the shelf. And we'll slowly fill it with random stuff. I don't know what people are gonna send. Anyway, we'll take it away for now. I'll think of something better, or like I might change the room so that we can have somewhere to display stuff. If I give you my PNG, will I get put on a shelf? Yeah, why not? Oh yeah, I totally forgot to do Q&A for like the past month, so I will do that soon-ish. There was the Jinsei Sodan stuff I was doing with short videos on Twitter and stuff like that. I'll probably keep doing that. I have one that's been sitting in my inbox for like a month now that I still haven't answered, so I will get to doing that soon. It's this one. For the majority of my life, I was taught that if you were to get a 90% on an assignment, etc., that just means that you didn't know 10% of the material. This way of thinking still influences me today, and I find it hard to look at the 90% I've accomplished and instead look towards the 10% I couldn't. Have you ever felt this way, or do you have any advice on how to change the mindset? Thank you very much. So I get questions like this every now and then, and I try to answer them on Twitter with like short videos. I don't want to do it on stream because I need time to kind of think about the best way to approach it and stuff like that, because I don't want to give like bad advice without, you know, time to think about it. So I won't answer it now. But if you're interested in sending me kind of Q&A like this, or stuff that you need advice with, I would be more than happy to give it a think. Unless it's financial advice or medical advice. I am not qualified to give that. So. Do you have Discord, Jay? No. I am in a couple of servers and channels and stuff like that, but I did used to have like my own Discord channel, but the problem is if I don't make enough content, then it's kind of, there's not really any point. So. But yeah, I just hang around in a couple of public discords. I am in the NIJISANJI En global kind of Discord channel as well, but I don't chat in there. I don't even have the role to send any messages, by the way. So, but I do kind of poke my head in and see what people are talking about every now and then, just to gauge kind of interest on like what people are into nowadays. Since I only really watch like streams from a couple of streamers or like a couple of livers nowadays. Oh yeah, I bought the Lil Jan single on iTunes because you mentioned it on Twitter, and hell yeah, it's been right. It's so good. I'm so upset that they don't promote it more because it's such an amazing song. Why Jay? That's a good question. I get asked this a lot. It's part of my name. That's probably the easiest way to explain it. So, and it's kind of short enough to still be a name, if that makes sense. Jesus? No, not Jesus. How are you so good at ego searches, Egosa, when your name is literally unsearchable? It's actually not that hard, because not a lot of people type just J on its own, so if I search, it usually comes up. So, John, whatever, it can be whatever you want, as long as it starts with J. Probably not Jesus though, that's gonna offend some people. What does EN auditions mean? It means that NIJISANJI EN, or English, I guess it's short for English, but have started accepting applications for their first gen of VTubers, virtual livers, whatever you want to call it. So you should apply. Everyone should apply. Just not me. I'm not gonna apply. Probably. See, chat's telling you to apply, not telling me to apply. I think we're actually going to finish on time today. It's 1:44. Yeah, I didn't really prepare too much to talk about, so we can maybe even finish a little bit earlier today. Oh yeah, I talked about buying that binaural mic, or like that Tascam mic, which does stereo audio, since people are talking about like ASMR and stuff like that, but I don't know if Here's the thing, when I buy stuff, I'm like, well, if I'm spending the money, I might as well get something that's kind of proper. The Tascam is proper, but I don't know how it sounds when you use it live. So I was thinking, if I was actually gonna buy something like that, I might as well get like a 3DO free space at least, like with the ears and everything. But then that means I need to buy like an audio interface for it, like proper interface for it, and all up I'm going to be spending like $2,000. So, but have you bought your ASMR mic? Any update on getting a live 2D for your model? No, I haven't looked much. I kind of have this list of things that are like battling each other for where my money should go, and live 2D is on that list. You could build your friend another PC with that 2000. Hell no, they can pay for it themselves. I was wondering what kind of process do you need to go through to contribute translations for the EN channel. So every now and again, they'll open applications for not only translators but like I guess support staff for EN channel. Like most recently they opened was a couple of months ago I think, and you could apply to be like a video editor for example, or like a translator or both. And then if you get accepted, then you get invited to contribute essentially. So that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple, and then yeah, you just have to keep an eye on the. I was gonna say Nijisanji World, then I remembered that they have rebranded and they're no longer called Nijisanji World. But keep an eye on the Nijisanji official Twitter, and you'll see when applications open for positions like that. Kaname says don't do it. Yeah. I mean, the stuff that I do is quite different from what the Clippers and stuff like that do, so like I don't have any visibility into stuff that they're doing, since I'm purely Puchisanji. So. And yeah, ASMR is cool. I don't know if anyone would watch if I were to do it. There would be like 2 people. I'd love to do like a stream from bed. That would be amazing, because I could just like lie down and like try not to fall asleep on stream. I feel like a lot of applicants don't know what Nijisanji is or what's Nijisanji. I feel like that's the case too, to be honest. So it'll be interesting to see who passed, like who actually debuts as Gen 1. Pretty excited. But I guess fake it till you make it, right? So I'm sure they just apply, and then if they start getting through the process, they'll be like, oh shit, it's time for me to learn what Nijisanji actually is. You could say that your average viewer is around 60 from that form now though. Actually, it asks for your peak number of viewers, so mine would be like 89. I know this because I put in fake data on like page 1 just to get through to like see what they actually asked for in the second form. And stuff like that. So yeah. Isn't that what happened with Hoshikawa? Is it? I don't know, to be honest. Luckily, we have the Hoshikawa expert in chat. So yeah. Yeah, it's always exciting to see what kind of talent shows up. I wonder if they'll try and... Because I'm sure there'll be a lot of applicants that are really like standard VTuber, if you get what I mean. Or if they're gonna pick people that are like not really VTuber-like, but are really entertaining personality. I think there's risk involved in that, but I don't know if it's gonna pay off or not. But if it does, it would be amazing. Because like you look at people like Skin on Mito and stuff like that, like they don't do your typical VTuber stuff, but they are funny as hell and they're super entertaining. And I think that's the kind of people that I would love to see in Nijisanji. Because that to me is like the differentiator between like Nijisanji and the different VTuber agencies and stuff like that. Is that in Nijisanji you still get the people who do like a lot of the typical VTuber stuff, but then you also get the people who like the libraries and talents who don't do any of that, but are still super entertaining to watch. So I hope we eventually see that in Nijisanji En. Whether that be first gen or not first gen, I don't know, but we'll see. But I mean, imagine if you were hiring, like imagine if you were on the hiring panel for the auditions, right? And you could, would you pick, let's say you had applicants that were really good at like your typical streaming VTuber VTuber-esque activities, and you also had some people that were really entertaining. Like, which one would you pick? Would you try and pick people that you knew were safe picks because they would do and excel at like normal VTuber stuff? Or would you take a risk and would you pick like the people who probably have a bit less streaming experience but are really entertaining? I think that's the most exciting for me, is that I don't know what we're gonna get out of Gen 1. Yeah, risk personally. That's what I'm kind of hoping happens as well, because like we have enough of kind of your typical VTubers. However, that being said, if they risk it and the personalities that they pick don't really stand out, then that's it. Like, how are you gonna justify a second gen if your first gen isn't performing, you know? So there's a lot riding on this, which is why I don't really see myself applying for it. Because I don't think I can carry that responsibility on my shoulders. Like, EN turns out to be all Gilzaren-esque tubers who never stream. That would be chaotic. That would be disastrous. He'll just apply for Gen 2. Well, we'll see if Gen 2 becomes a thing. And yeah, I guess another thing is we don't actually know how many talents that they're actually picking up for this gen. Could be, you know, is it gonna be 3 as usual, or less, or more? Who knows? Okay, we have 5 minutes approximately left. Does anyone have any last minute questions or topics to talk about today? This hour passed pretty quickly. 3 to 5 seems about right. When is your dog? Never. Actually, let me check something. So when I started streaming, right, my parents weren't at home. They had actually like just gone out. So I was thinking, if they don't come home before the stream ends, I might actually be able to like sing a little bit. But you see, I'm pretty sure they're back. So maybe not today. Unfortunately. Can you even catch up on all CrossFit content? CrossFit content not too hard to catch up on because there's... Well, here's the thing, like if you split CrossFit content into like actual CrossFit content, like CrossFit content, not all like Square and all like Muay Thai content, then it's actually not a lot because they only do collab streams every once every, let's say 2 or 3 weeks, right? So there's actually not a lot there. But if you mean CrossFit content as like all of Square's content, all of Muay Thai's content, that's a lot. And I don't try and keep up with all of that. I'll watch like there's Atsudan and stuff like that, but I don't watch, generally speaking, like I don't really watch gameplay stream. So, and that's what they do a lot, and I don't try and keep up with all that. So. What you eat for lunch? I haven't had lunch yet. I was gonna eat after this, to be honest. I wonder if anyone's actually home, or like did they just come home and leave again? And that was another thing too, is that some people are like, yeah, you can sing and stuff like that, but I can't really kind of put everything into it until I move out. So I was actually planning on moving out this year before COVID happened, and then COVID happened, and I was like, shit, I can't go anywhere anymore. So, but maybe next year, and then I can get a place that actually has some soundproofing, so that I can actually practice and stuff like that. Okay, there's someone actually home, so not today, fortunately. Get a soundproof booth. I would. They're kind of expensive though. Hi, it's me, your parents were not home. Lies. So yeah. Soundproof booths are expensive. I think they're a lot more expensive here than they are in Japan for some reason. Because there was that thing I retweeted the other day, and the booth that they got was pretty good. Like it looked like it was nicely finished and stuff like that, and quite a good size too. And it wasn't like $1,000,000 yen, which is about 14,000 Australian dollars. And for that price, here you would get something like half the size, unfortunately. What are your thoughts on these auditions though? I've been talking about them for the whole hour, so I won't repeat myself there. But if you missed it, feel free to check out the archive. Backroom ASMR stream sounds nice. Do you have a favorite Holostars member? I haven't watched them too much to be honest. Like I've watched clips and stuff like that, but Roberu seems really entertaining. I like his accent too, so. Oh, oops. Kanama says you know who to say. Did I just say the wrong person? My bad. My bad. Stop till Kana was already dead. I mean, Shin's pretty cool. He does really good voice impressions and stuff, right? I think that's really awesome. Yes. I dropped in because I was curious but ended up watching the whole stream. Thank you so much. I can't believe people actually stick around for the whole hour. But yeah. I'm in danger. Okay. I think we spent a pretty good hour on stream. I don't know if we're gonna... I don't know when I'm gonna stream next. Because I was like, once a month should be about right. I don't want to do like once every week because I think that's too much. Especially if I don't really have too much to say. But if I think of anything to do during the rest of this month, I might stream again. Like if I decide to buy ASMR mic, and if it arrives before Christmas, then I might stream again. But that's if I choose to spend a lot of money. Every 2 weeks seems okay. Oh yeah, I went to a car meet yesterday for the first time in like pretty much the first one this year. It's pretty good. I woke up at like 4:30 to go, and I wore my Inui shirt. Represent Nijisanji. When are you buying ASMR mics, sir? Kind of depends on which one I want to buy. It's a lot of money for a microphone. If you think, like, there's no two ways about it, it's a lot of money for a microphone. And I think with ASMR as well, it's like your environment is also really important. Like you don't want a lot of noise in your recordings and stuff like that, not recording, like stream and stuff like that. And if you don't have a soundproof booth, but you have a really sensitive mic, like a binaural mic, for example, then it's gonna pick up all that noise, and it's not gonna sound that good anyway. So it's like, if I really want to do ASMR properly, I need to buy a booth. And that $2,000 expense is now like $15,000. This is the problem when you try to do things properly, because the amount of money it costs to do things properly is always crazy. About to simp for Jason to support the ASMR endeavors. No, save your money. I'm 15 and I want to be a VTuber. Perfect! Did you know that NIJISANJI has applications open right now for NIJISANJI EN? Apply now. You can look at the link in my description. Okay. It's time to end the stream, I think, so. Don't you have to be 18? Damn it, you're right. See, this is why I'm not an official recruiter. Because I don't even know requirements myself. So yeah, don't apply. Don't apply. If you apply and you say that you applied because of me and they find out that you're not 18, I'm gonna be in trouble. Okay. You think they allow 17-year-olds? I don't know, to be honest. I don't see why not. Like, if you know that they're gonna take a couple of months before they debut anyway, and like, let's say you turn 18 in like January, I'm sure they wouldn't care. Plot twist, Jason's actually the one who will accept applicants. Who knows? Nah, I'm not. Is this for your audition application? No, it's not. I'm probably not applying. But yeah, okay. It's so hard to finish the stream because I'm like, oh, I've already streamed for an hour. I might as well keep going for like another half an hour. But I really shouldn't, so I should probably finish my stream now. Like this. I have no idea what this is right now. Okay. Oh, does it cut out? Oh, it's because I have the noise gate on. Wait, I'll do it. Wait. What about now? Is that any better? Do it again. Yeah, I'm using a noise gate at the moment because last time I was fiddling with stuff on my desk and it was making a lot of noises in stream, which I apologize for. So that's why it was choppy a bit. It was probably pretty choppy just then. Straw ASMR was nice. Really? It drove me insane. When I was watching the archive, I was like, oh my goodness, why did I do that? Oh yeah, that reminds me. Speaking of ASMR, like, are there any like male EN VTubers that do that at the moment? I don't know because like I don't really watch EN VTubers at all, so I don't know who's doing what or like if anyone's actually doing anything. Because most of it happens on Twitch, right? And I literally don't watch anything on Twitch. Your normal talking is pretty choppy too. Let me turn down my gate a bit then. Looks like Gen 2's gonna have one nudge nudge. Hey, that's a gap in the market. That's what I was getting at. Oh, I forgot to turn the BGM back on. I'm such a bad streamer. Okay. 2 more minutes. 1 more minute, actually. You need a good voice for male ASMR. Yeah. Don't have one, unfortunately. Ah, it was Pearl from Alice in Music Land cover. You guys like my voice? It's not good, it's perfect. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'm borderline gay hearing your voice. So, like, if I were to do ASMR, it would literally just be for sleep. Like, I will carry the mic into my bed and put it next to me on, like, a pillow, and we will just sleep for, like, 5 hours. That's all I'm gonna do. Let me pay you hundreds to hear JSMR sleep stream. Actually, like, I want to do that because it's what I struggle to find nowadays. Because all the ASMR that I find has like a lot of noise in it, and I'm trying to sleep with it, you know? Like, so I'm like, oh my god, there's too much noise, I can't sleep to this. But I need something that's like just the right amount of noise, and like it's hard to explain, but you probably get it. So that's why I'm like, if I were to do it, that's what I would do, because that's what I need. You have condenser mic? Yes, right now I'm using condenser mic. Have you tried rounding up with these? Yes, I have. I love her ASMR, but she doesn't do it too often nowadays. I heard she's buying a KU100 next year though, so that would be good. A lot of the ASMR I find is purely a bunch of ear cleaning, and honestly I prefer something like low soft whispers. Exactly. Okay, I'm gonna hop off stream because it's now 1 hour 10 minutes. Or 11 minutes almost. So, thanks for coming today, guys. Had a lot of fun. I don't know when I'm gonna stream next. I want to stream again before the year finishes. But it's gonna be hard to do it around Christmas time, because that's when everyone else is gonna be streaming. So, and I don't want to clash with like actual VTubers, because I'm not a VTuber. Which is why I choose to do it around this time of the day, because usually there's not a lot of streaming happening now. So stream out to get past the first round of Niji auditions. Also, if you're watching this and you audition and you get into it, like you get into NIJISANJI and you become a VTuber, give me a shout out. That would be amazing. It'd be cooler if you did. Okay. Otsujay-san deshita. Thanks for coming, everyone. I'll see you all sometime this month, hopefully. If not, then I'll see you on stream January. We'll see. I'm sure I'll stream again this month. Oh, there was that PC building thing. So if all the parts arrive, hopefully this week, I might stream next week. You know what would be really fun? Like if I had a binaural microphone, right? And then like I put it inside the PC case as I built it. Because it would be like, you're the PC and I'm putting parts inside you. Wouldn't that be crazy? Anyway, that's just a crazy idea. PC building ASMR, except you're the PC. Anyway, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna not think about it, because if I think about it, I'm actually gonna do it. Which means I'm gonna have to buy a binaural microphone. Okay. We'll see. Okay, probably see you guys sometime this month. If not, see you next year. Thanks everyone. I'll see you whenever. おつじさんでした。Bye bye.